Salt Lake approach, good morning. Skylane 5292 November.
Skylane 5292 November, Salt Lake approach, good morning. Stay position and request.
We are 6,000 northbound over Lagoon. Like to get the Mountain Road transition to Weber Canyon, 92 November.
Number 902 November, Roger, squawk 0336.
0336, 902 November.
Number 902 November, radar contact 7 miles southeast of the Hill Airport. Proceed as requested, maintain VFR.
Position checks and maintain VFR, 902 November.
November 902 November, advise your turn eastbound to Weber Canyon.
We'll advise our turn, 902. So good morning, everybody. Welcome aboard. Today, we're making a pancake run. So what else do you do when you have your pilot's license? Is you fly to airports and you eat their free breakfast. Today we have a special guest on board. Tyler Rigby. Say hello, Tyler.
How are we going?
Tyler was my flight instructor.
Still am.
Still am. Always a student, always learning.
Except today Ryan's the teacher. I am not rated in this airplane, so he's the pilot in command.
Yeah, funny dynamic. So even though Tyler, he flies jets now, maybe he can share some jet stories, but we're in a Cessna 182 and it's a high performance plane, and Tyler does not have a high performance rating, so he does not get a log.
I do not.
Any PIC in this plane, so this is the one instance that the student becomes the master.
Indeed.
So we're flying from Sky Park up the hill, going up Weber Canyon, gonna jump over the mountain into Logan, get some pancakes, eggs, some sausage. It's a beautiful Saturday morning.
One of the great perks of being a pilot.
One of the great perks.
$100 breakfast.
$100 breakfast, probably be a little bit more than that.
But
So-
hey, it's free.
That's free. That's the one thing that's free about flying is the cold eggs and warmed up sausage. So Tyler, fun fact about Tyler. Tyler, if you can probably tell by his accent, is Australian. He's an Aussie from the Queen's Penal Colony.
I am indeed.
But Tyler speaks Chinese? Mandarin? Is it called Chinese or is it called something else?
Oh, Mandarin.
Mandarin?
Chinese. Either one works.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah?
When you speak in Chinese, do you speak with an Australian accent?
我不会，我就讲听起来在一个中国人啊。
Oh, okay. I can kind of detect the Aussie in there.
Yeah. I actually did a whole intro flight in Chinese the other day. The student didn't speak a word of English, and I had to do the entire thing in Chinese.
Chinese Australian.
Yes.
So Tyler.
Yes.
So Tyler's flying Learjets now for a company in Michigan, right?
Yep. Detroit.
But he still likes to stay humble. He comes home,
Logan traffic, RV85 Whiskey.
does some intro flights, does some instructing. Got to stay sharp, right?
Yep. It's a very different style of flying.
Northbound for a downwind entry, Logan.
Flying jets, you've always got somewhere to be and always on a timeline. Here we just come fly for the fun of it.
Traffic just
Go
reporting.
see what you want to see, do what you want to
So what's the biggest difference between flying a small Cessna like this and a big, fast Learjet?
do. In the jet, everything happens like 5 times faster. We're cruising at, what, 100, not even 100 miles, a little over 100 miles right now. The jet goes 500 miles an hour, so you can see everything happens 5 times faster. So you really got to be on your ball.
Salt Lake approach, Kayak 742 Tango Whiskey.
It can be a little difficult at first flying the jet, just
for the hold.
how quickly everything happens.
Kayak 742 Tango
Very
Whiskey.
easy to get behind the airplane.
And traffic alert, traffic's 11 o'clock, 1 mile, northwestbound altitude
The difference
indicates
is we're climbing here at like 300 feet per minute.
Tango Whiskey, turn
Our
right
jet
handle
climbs at
360
like 6,000 feet per minute.
660 Tango Whiskey.
Man, it's hard to imagine.
It is.
It'd almost be like a ride.
It just shoots you up in the air, throws you back in your seat, you get some pretty serious G-force.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you feel a lot more G-forces when
Tango
you're...
Whiskey,
Most
traffic
definitely, yeah.
just about a half mile, same altitude, 5,600.
But they're just 2 different kinds of fun. If you like speed, the jets are a lot of fun.
Cherokee 8616 Whiskey, turning right base.
But you don't see a whole lot, you don't see as much because we're flying just a couple of thousand feet above the ground here. In the jet, you're at 20,000 feet above the ground, and you can't see much.
So how long have you been flying the Lears now?
Been flying over 8 months.
8 months.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite moment in the Learjet? Give us a good Lear story.
Alright, let's go and think of one.
Or a scary one. Maybe you got a scary story.
Oh yeah, I got a good scary one. So we're flying back. We just did a run to Mexico a couple of weeks ago. So from Detroit down to Mexico, only takes about 3 hours. Anyway, coming back from there, we had a bit of a storm ahead of us, some big cumulus clouds, and we thought we'd be able to hop over top of it from where we were at, but the closer we got, the realized that we were going to fly straight into it. This was at 39,000 feet. The higher a storm is, the more powerful it is. Anyway, we were trying to get in contact with air traffic control to get a climb above it, but they were not responding. So being on a IFR flight plan, we had to stay at our altitude. We continued on straight into the storm and got thrown around like crazy. It was like going through a washing machine. It was crazy. We lost about 3,000 feet within a matter of seconds.
Holy cow.
And you get some major negative gravity. Like with everything that was in the front of the plane ended up in the back of the plane. It was pretty wild. Everything's floating around, including us, including our drinks. And it was quite scary. And as Ryan will attest, the next time I flew with him after that, we hit a small amount of turbulence and I was a little on edge even after that.
Yeah, a little jumpy, I would be too. So, does the Lear 35 have cup holders in the front?
It does, but they're about an inch deep. So any major turbulence is going to tip over. But yeah, it felt like hitting a speed bump at 500 miles an hour, which is quite literally what it was like.
So it must have a pretty strong structural...
It does. The Learjet is patterned after a fighter jet.
Yeah.
The wings are the exact wings that are on a Swiss fighter jet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so it is rated for very high G-forces. That's been told the Lear 35 is the closest you'll get to flying a fighter jet without actually being in the military.
I mean, it seems like you hear that people get injured in turbulence, but you know the plane is fine. It still flew and landed. And
Yeah. We checked the plane out afterwards. There was not a bit of damage on it.
So it seems like the plane's structural is stronger than your human structure.
Yeah, that's right.
So take comfort in that.
Thank goodness.
So there's an Australian dialect.
There is.
Well, yeah, because we were flying. I learned a lot of new words, and that's kind of a bonus. I didn't even pay for that, so I paid Tyler to teach me how to fly, and he threw in for free a second language.
Yeah.
There's a low guy down there along the hill.
Where is he? Oh yeah, I see him.
So I learned a lot of new words like pinch.
Yeah.
So we're pre-flying the plane, and Tyler says, "Somebody pinched the dipstick." I didn't know what that means. Oh, what does that mean? So it's broken? Like somebody pinched it and snapped it? Nope. Pinch means stolen in Australian. Somebody stole the dipstick. It was pinched.
Yeah. We can go get a drink from the bubbler when we get there.
From the what? The buffalo?
From the bubbler.
The bubbler?
Yeah.
Is that a drinking fountain?
Or if we're a bit chilly, we can put on our jumper.
Put in our jumper?
Put on a jumper.
Jumper.
A sweater.
Oh. Keep an eye on that guy, because it looks like we're a little bit faster than he is.
Got him in sight. So he's real close to the mountains.
Lane 902 November, 7 miles to the south. We'll be entering 45 downwind, left traffic 35. Logan. Ooh. Little flattish.
A little bit.
My CFI never taught me the ground signals.
Never did.